This week, our beautiful sun is activating gate 21 in the I Ching and Gene Keys. This frequency is activating a genetic codon within all of us that is stimulating our consciousness field theme for the next 6 days. The transformational path of this frequency moves from the shadow of control to the highest frequency of valor, of courage and dignity via the path of authority. The shadow of the 21st I Ching Gene Key is control. So losing control and trying to maintain control. The life constantly challenges us to balance between maintaining control and being able to be flexible enough to change and accommodate new situations. All the shadow states are rooted in fear. And the greatest fear of all is the fear that one day we will cease to be, which is what drives the need for control. And the plot thickens when you take into consideration the dilemma of the 21st shadow, which is discipline. Can you stay in control of yourself? What happens if you give in to your weakness? You need enough discipline to keep you from becoming a victim of something or someone outside of yourself. On the other hand, too much discipline will create rebellion and resistance in your environment. Let's look at the dynamic between parents and children. Now, I don't have children, but I was a child, and I'm heavily Aquarian, which means I came here to be rebellious. Now, many of us can understand the dynamic of control between parents and children. If you try to control your children, you will fail. If you over-discipline your children, they will eventually be set against you. But on the other hand, too few boundaries will lead to them being out of control. This shadow exerts control through the old style, through consequences and punishment to get control. The problem with that, it only works for a while. Now keep note, the original I Ching was used to help govern a society, a culture, a nation, an empire. Rules that are forceful may get what they want for a while, but eventually the empire crumbles. This is a universal pattern proven true, but we never seem to learn from history. This frequency is part of the codon ring called the Ring of Humanity. At the shadow frequency, it shows us the themes that keep us humans victims. Struggle, self-obsession, constriction, opinion, agitation, and control. These are the primary shadows of humanity. So discipline is good, but it's a delicate balancing act that the shadow teaches us. All behaviors create their own karma. Humanity doesn't understand that yet, or trust in that universal truth. Therefore, we create our own system of punishment and reward. And often, these systems are unjust and easily manipulated by people in positions of power. The secret to parenting, which could be applied to all of the life, is to build bonds, build relationships, rather than destroy them. The stronger the bonds with those around you, the more you can trust that the life will do the teaching for you. A moral conscience will only grow in a healthy soil. If you take away that health, the healthy soil for the other to grow, in our case, the child, by taking away their freedom, controlling them, that natural morality that comes and grows from learning can't develop fully. It needs freedom. This Gene Key, this frequency, this I Ching has a lot to do with leadership, taking action and being decisive. At the shadow, one of its tendencies is to be indecisive and a follower. Yet wherever you see the 21st frequency, you see thunder and lightning. You're meant to be a force for good, a leader in your arena. It takes great strength to stand in your own dignity as a leader. Others might not be comfortable when your decisive power comes out of you. The reality is when thunder comes, people tend to be respectful, not out of fear, but out of recognition of authenticity. On the other side, there's a lot of pain in this shadow. You either push too hard, not enough, or not at all. It's a learning curve. The programming partner of Gate 21 is Gate 48, one of the greatest feminine frequencies. It's called the well, the wisdom well. The shadow of the 48th frequency is the shadow of inadequacy. All tyrants feel inadequate deep inside, and so do sheep, followers. The Chinese character for the 21st hexagram frequency was originally of a shaman, a wise man, a man that could see beyond the veil and therefore see through difficult situations. If you have this frequency in a prominent location in your energetic signature, then the life will challenge you to rise above the lower conditions of humanity, and most likely you will have to do it alone. The life will test you in this way. That's what's amazing about the life. The shadow is what makes us whole. It makes you into a shaman, into a warrior, into a leader, and that's the hidden compassion in each shadow. The 21st gift, the way to raise this vibration, authority. The challenge for every human being is to follow their true inner authority. What's beautiful is the word authority has the word author in it. So what story are you here to tell? What voice wants to emerge from your inner depth and lead others out of the darkness and to the light? Out of the intense shadow of control or being controlled, one day will emerge the light of your inner authority. Authority comes from openness, open mind and an open heart, because only this openness is willing to relinquish control. So the paradox in the gift frequency is that when you find the inner strength to overcome the shadow is when you give up control rather than assert control. We allow the greater power inside us to shine forth, and this power is our natural nobility of spirit. Our destiny and dharma is always calling it out of us. Whatever you're facing right now in the life, I guarantee it is calling upon your nobility to face it with honesty, craft, and love. This frequency is all about the human spirit shining bright in the wilderness. The life will supply each of us with the tests that we need, what we're equipped to handle. At the shadow, we get stuck with the heaviness of the energy, always competing with each other, always fighting over the scraps at the table for a moment of control, always trying to stay on top of things. The energy involved in this game is tremendous. By the end of the day, all your life force energy is sucked from you and you're exhausted. But when we rise in our inner authority, we leave those games. We take a stand. We decide to take a stand for something noble in the life. We put all our energy into something higher. We feed the aspirations of our soul, of our higher self. At the gift frequency, you move from the victim state. You're not a victim, you're a god. At the gift frequency, you will be called to stand tall, to meet obstacles with courage and dignity, and over time, others will gravitate towards you, drawn to the light of your nobility, the light of your true inner authority. The 21st city, the highest frequency, is valor. Valor is courage and love, but yet it's deeper, it's more. You get to valor when you learn to die over and over again with an open heart, the journey of a shaman. You merge the limitless of the light once you've given up the me, the identity. Valor is all that's left. The divine operates in valorous actions. You can't own such actions. These actions are simply the operational mode of consciousness when freed from the personal control or identification. Inner leadership, a shaman, doesn't let you know they operate invisibly. The lightning breaks through only when grace dictates, and thunder always precedes it. So be aware as thunder of intense change comes to the life, because lightning is not far away. I empower you this week to create space, get to higher awareness, notice your thoughts, feel all the sensations fully that come up in the body. This week, we might meet obstacles, intense change. Feel it fully, honor your human, and trust the divine within you. Be blessed.